Hey, welcome back. Today we are going to use Google Notebook LM to create an outline and then Z.ai to create a slideshow in under 15 minutes. Let's jump right into it. So here we are in Google Notebook, a notebook that I made with a series of sources that I provided, so there's no hallucinations. I've asked for a 12-point outline on vibe coding the pros and cons for designers. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over to Z.ai, and I'm going to ask for AI slides. How can I help today? Let's paste that. Image search is live. Let's just hit go. It's 4:48. See how long this takes. Oh, look, it's doing image search for me. I didn't even ask for that. Maybe it'll do a great job. I found a great image for the title slide. Now let's search for an image that represents rapid prototyping and interactive mockups for the first pro point. So it's doing it slide by slide. We don't need to record all of this. It's now 4:49. It is 4:57, about 9 minutes after I pasted my prompt and maybe 10 minutes after I've started. And I have a 12-slide presentation built in Z.ai. I have not looked at every slide yet. It could be that some of them are not any good. Let's see what happens if we just hit play. And sure enough, it is a full screen slideshow and it has previous and next navigation. It seems like I could use this in an actual slideshow, in an actual presentation. The pros and cons of vibe coding for designers, a new language of design, and it talks about different tools that we can use. These are all design generation, design to code, and code generation. I would probably change those because they're not the exact tools that I use, but they are tools that I've heard of, and I could certainly talk about them. Looks like something's getting a little clipped on the bottom. This artifact here is a little awkward. Pre-production and production. I could talk about these tools. Introduction to vibe coding, the new language of design, vibe designing or AI prototyping, natural language, democratizes product development, AI generated image, sure, this is good enough. Pro, hyper rapid interactive prototype generation, hours and days versus weeks. Products can now move from initial concept to user feedback in hours or days rather than weeks. Profound shift in the development lifecycle. This is a little hard to read. Broader participation and democratization of product creation. Sure, that's good. Diagram is not useful. Pro, enhanced stakeholder engagement and actionable feedback, tangible experiential realities. HTML and CSS prototypes are much more real than Figma-based prototypes. Stakeholder engagement, too small, TLDR. Elevation to higher level strategic thinking. This is good point. Seamless integration and accelerated iteration from concept to code. Give it a head start. Yeah, I could talk about this. Diagram is too small to read. The troubleshooting wall. So now we're into the cons. We had pros and cons. The troubleshooting wall and debugging difficulties. Looks like we have some poor formatting choices here. This is a little awkward. There's our first real fail in this presentation, but I can live with it. This is our first pass of making slides. I'm sure this is editable. The risk of creative debt and homogenized outputs. Another con, hallucinations, unpredictable behavior, and lack of transparency. And of course, security risks and complexities in production. Slide number 12, the rabbit hole of endless tweaking and UX UI inconsistencies. This diagram is not going to be useful, but so far, so good. In under 10 minutes, I have a presentation made for me so much faster than copying and pasting into PowerPoint or Google Slides. Let's see if we can edit it. And I can always toggle into the code if I wanted to fix it that way. But let's just say, what slide is this? This is number 12 and 13. Let's just say, can you remove the image from slide 12? Let's be really lazy. Can you remove this image from slide 12 and find something else? I also could have made a better outline where I would have had more control over what would be placed here. And I probably could have offered some image suggestions in my outline rather than letting the AI do everything on its own. So if there's a fault in this presentation, it's probably due to my laziness, not the tool that's building it. So it says it is going to update the image, and I can see that the code is being written. Seems like a lot of work to just update one image, but better the AI do this than me because This would, of course, take me hours. Perfect. That is a much better image. Wow. We are going to give Z.ai a thumbs up. Really well done. So there it is. Using Z.ai and Google Notebook, I have created a 12-point outline in the space of a couple of minutes. And in the space of 10 minutes, I had Z.ai create an entire slideshow for me. It was all super easy, and it had about a 95% success rate. Thank you so much for watching this video. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Really helps the channel out, and I will see you in the next one.